It's 17 degrees in Massachusetts today. Who wants to do a Lionel catalog review? What's up, Train fam? Well, the Lionel catalog came out, the big book for January 2025. It's the 125th anniversary catalog. They hyped it up like crazy. It should have been just an amazing catalog. They should have paid homage to the post-war and all their trains. But I gotta say, this catalog is just incredibly lacking. It's shocking at some of the prices. What they're charging for some of these trains is just out of control. You can say global economy, you can say this, that, the other thing. They're pricing themselves out of the hobby. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna order anything. Maybe one thing from the book. I'm not even sure. It's just insane. I just hit 5,000 subscribers. I'm not even a blip on the radar, probably in the model train world. I have been buying my share of model trains. I have this new layout. I'm gonna expand it like crazy. I just think this deserves, from a consumer, to talk about this catalog. It's just insane. Let's dive into it right now, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. Let's go. Train fam, let's dive right into this catalog. As you can see here, it's the 125 years of Lionel, of memories. Don't forget what that says, of memories. Let's see how many memories are actually in this catalog, okay? I'm not going to take too much time going through this. Over here on the left-hand side, I do like how they put all the little logos of all the past Lionel logos and things like that. That's great. This is pretty cool, the timeline. I mean, if you don't know, this is a great thing to learn right here, you know. It's all good stuff. And here's the 125th anniversary. You can read through that in the catalog when you get it or when you go online. And there is the Vision Line Hudson that we've already seen. And here is the first thing that comes up in the catalog. Okay, everybody's gone through these already. I think the colors are, I don't know, I think they're terrible, to be honest with you, but they do kind of look pre-war-esque, so if you like them, you like them. One of the things that I don't understand about these engines that a lot of people are saying are that they are a Vision Line, which doesn't make any sense to me, okay? What is making these Vision Line? So as you can see over here with the blue locomotive, you've got stack smoke, which everything down to a Lion Chief engine has, and you've got whistle steam. It says up top here, let's see if I can get this. Here we go. So up top, it does say that it has a 4-straw bar, which means that as you're pulling these passenger trains, which aren't going to be that heavy, it's going to make more, you know, chuffing sounds as you're going up a hill around the corner or something like that. I don't know. The gold-plated one over here, $2,000. I mean, I don't know, $2,000. The one below it, the Vision Commodore Vanderbilt Locomotive of the Year, $1,800. Who says that it's the Locomotive of the Year? I think it should be up to the consumer, or maybe how many they've sold during the year. But that's, I guess they're just going to name it themselves, which is, I don't know, which is fine, I guess. So I won't be ordering any of this stuff at all. And then this is something else I want to talk about, which is crazy if you ask me. The Pennsylvania Legacy S2, actually, you know, $1,400. Let me zoom in a little bit on this guy. You know, it's not bad. I think that a lot of people have already had this engine from a previous run, and I'm not sure if it had the steam whistle before, but you know, that's a nice addition. And it's not a terrible price, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? I think that they're going to sell pretty decent, especially when you compare it to the one below it here, which is the Lionel Lines Legacy 242 Scout. And if you guys know Lionel, I'm sure there's a lot of people that know it way better than I do. The Scout was always meant to be a smaller locomotive and a budget-friendly locomotive. And I don't care if this is Legacy. I have one of these from a couple years ago. It's basically this engine, except it's a 442. So they've taken 2 wheels out of the front of the engine, and they've taken 2 wheels out and added like $200 to this engine. I just don't understand at all. My mind is completely boggled why they would charge $1,000 for this engine. It makes no sense. The tooling is all there. They have it. I mean, give us the Scout at a good rate. I'll stop with that rant right there. So now at the bottom, of course, you want to run this beautiful turbine right here with a set of passenger cars. So that's $1,400. And then, of course, you've got this 4-pack right here for $1,000. Yeah, that's just insane. I mean, I was actually thumbing through this with my wife, and she's decently knowledgeable with this stuff just because that's all she hears me talk about. So she was like, blown away by these green. She goes, first of all, they're green. I go, yeah, they're supposed to be green. That's fine, okay, but they're not supposed to be $1,000, especially when, again, they've already had this tooling. So I don't understand that at all. It's boggling my mind, guys. All right, as we turn the page, as the great Bob Seger would say, we've got this up top, the Vision Hudson pre-war. That was a mouthful. And, you've got the old-time cars with it. That's great. They've just taken tooling again from, the PS1 boxcar and the gondola and stuff like that. And, they've added this Vision Hudson to the front of it, which I think is that's a great-looking engine. It's too bad that they're not offering that by itself, to be honest with you, because a lot of people don't really want those cars. They would just like to have this engine. And why not run some pre-war cars behind it of your own instead of having to buy all those cars? I don't understand that at all. And then on the bottom here, we've got this set, the diesel set. Okay, same amount of cars. We've got the caboose. That Rutland boxcar is nice. But you can find that anywhere. You can find it online by a different manufacturer, cheaper. So, and then you've got the Trainmaster there, which is good looking. You know what I mean? But it's again $1,200. Yeah, hot box reefer. That's cool. But how many times are you going to use that really? So, I don't know. I don't have much to say about the bottom set. The top set's great, but it should be $2,000, not $2,400, in my opinion. So moving on, this page right here. I was upstairs with the wife again, referencing her, and she was like, "Why are you losing your mind, hon? What is it? What's going on here?" So to me, it's just pretty crazy that the top set right here. I heard somebody else. I think it might have been Joker's Trains talking about this top set that was around a couple years ago with the freight cars instead of the passenger cars, and I think it was around 300 or 300 and change. But now this top set, Lionel Lion Chief 2.0, okay, the same engine, so it's already been tooled, it's already been made, with the green, cheaper 027 passenger cars, as you can see there. Let's zoom in on this side, and there's your price, $550 for this set. I think is out of control. 350, 380 or something like that. I mean, it's boggling my mind. But besides that, I mean, let's get past that up there. At least that's command control of some sort. Lion Chief. I don't know if it's 2.0 or not because it doesn't say it here in the catalog. But then on the bottom, we've got this one right here. Okay. I've got these engines in post-war. They're the gray color. They're not the black that you see here. I have the B unit, and they're amazing. They still run from the 50s. They have magnet traction. They're great engines. But I'm just totally awestruck. Hopefully this is some kind of a misprint in this catalog. But it says new. Okay, which everybody knows this stuff is not new. It's all been produced before, along with that 80-watt transformer that you can find. Sometimes probably people are giving them away, or you can find them cheap, $40, right? A loop of fast track is what this comes with, an oval. You've got these engines here, which one of them's powered, the other one is a dummy, okay? So you've got that, and then 1, 2, 3 cars and a caboose, okay? This is not even command control. There's no Lion Chief. It's not Legacy. It's literally a conventional train set for that shocking price right there, $1,199, $1,200, folks, $1,200 for this. Lionel, please tell me that's a misprint. I mean, that is something that I don't understand at all, guys. You got to calm me down here. That's just crazy. Okay, let's turn the page. And then you've got all this stuff. Okay, this is great. The commemorative 125th anniversary cars. You've got the American Flyer, the HO, and the O scale. That's great. Okay, but the O scale here, $110 for this. I won't be buying that. You know, for a crazy anniversary, give this thing, cheapen it up a little bit. So I would love to buy this at $60, maybe even $70. Okay, this is the one I'm talking about right here up top. That's a cool looking car, all right. But at $110, I mean, it's just a PS1 box car, okay. So give us all a nice deal on this thing, so we can all have it and we can remember this atrocious catalog, I guess. But at $110, who was going to buy that? I don't, that would be a shelf queen for me anyway. So, and then you've got this down here, the Angelo Trotta Pacific at $700. I mean, this is a Lion Chief. It's Lion Chief 2 plus, whatever it is, plus 2.0. I don't know what they even call them these days. But this one at $700, I mean, put like whistle steam in it or something. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So let's move on. All right, you've got these guys. Everybody's talked about those already. You get the pens. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what these were. And here we go, the Commodore Vanderbilts. Okay, back to Vision Line. This catalog, again, is just all over the place, okay? And one of the things that, there's the Hudson, all right? I do like the Hudson, but we'll get to that. Oh, here it is right here. So, all right, the Vision Line Hudsons are great. And let me tell you why. Because they are an actual Vision Line engine. You've got smoke, you've got whistle steam, you've got the swinging bell, and I'm not exactly sure what else it has, but it's got the typical legacy features. This one right here has got the water scoop tender, I should say. So that's great. I did order one from Mr. Muffins, and it was a custom run. Hopefully Lionel gets the colors right. I won't even really talk about that. Joker's Trains just ripped them apart. And he's right. Go check out his video. He did a great one on this catalog review here. So again, these are all cool. I do like this one, and hopefully anybody who orders the red one, it will match the Mohawk that they came out with, because those are cool. That's a decent fantasy paint scheme. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you guys can thumb through this catalog, but we're not going to take too much time here. And then we've got this set right here, which is I don't know, it's okay. I mean, but again, you're looking at passenger cars, 2 passenger cars for $600. Okay, even if you're getting a discount at your dealer, you're still going to pay $550 for 2 passenger cars. Does that make sense to anybody right now? I mean, unless you're extraordinarily wealthy, or somebody's buying this stuff for you as a gift. I mean, who is going to spend all this money on these trains? It's totally insane. All right. So let's move on to these guys. This is this one right here has been the talk of the town. Again, I was actually, somebody had told me before the catalog came out that this catalog was going to have 2 Vision Line engines, and I think that's a first for Lionel. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong with that. I don't always pay that close attention, but from what I remember, every catalog has usually like 1 Vision Line engine, which is great. So this one was like, oh, they're going to do 2 on this, and 2 Vision Line engines in this anniversary catalog. So that was going to be great. I think I figured they would do like, the Hudson was already there, so why not do like maybe a big steam engine, something articulated, which everybody loves, right? But no, we get this thing right here, which is, to me, just a regular Lionel Legacy steam engine, and I don't understand where the Vision Line comes from. All right, so we'll go back real quick. Again, $1,800 for these. The gold one is $2,000, and who knows if they're going to get these colors right. I don't even know the right colors, because I wasn't alive back in the day to see what these actually look like. But a lot of people say that, Lionel's not getting the colors right on these things. So, but really, this isn't a Vision Line engine. I think they added a force coupler to it, which you're going to be pulling smaller trains with these anyways, passenger cars. And, the force coupler is something that you want to see on a freight engine. But again, I mean, I don't understand how that little one detail is going to make this thing a vision line and warrant that huge price that they're getting on these things. It's crazy. All right, so here's this set right here, the 20th Century Limited set, which actually looks amazing. It's a Hudson with 6 cars. This is going to be just a great looking set to see go down the rails. I think it has 3 sound cars in it, so it's going to make a tremendous racket. And I think it would sound great. You turn them down so they're not extremely loud, right? You run the thing around. You got the engine making sounds. You have 3 of the 6 cars making sounds. Again, at low volume, I think it would sound great. Okay, but you work your way over here. You're like all excited about this. You look at the engine, right? The engine looks great. The cars look pretty good. And then you work your way back to the small print. Of course, it's got to be small print. They don't want to be like, wow, this thing costs that much money. Yeah, that much money is right. $3,600, guys. Do you know what you can buy for $3,600 these days? I mean, I'm 45 years old. When I was a kid, you could buy a decent car. I mean, not a decent car, but a beater, okay? We call them beaters up here. You could buy a beater for $500 and something decent for $1,500, okay? A car to get you to your job and to, get you on a date with your girl or something like that, or whatever you're going for these days. But $3,600 for this train set is just insane. Let's turn the page. Yeah, and there's the cars with their, their prices and all that. $500 per car. I don't know. You got to be crazy. Then we've got these things here. Again, a lot of people have talked about these. I'm starting to stir away from the modern trains. I'm definitely liking the older school trains, all steam and all the billboard reefers. I mean, all that steam era stuff has really been catching me. And it looks good if you have a layout that doesn't have, really big sweeping curves. If you've got a small layout like the one I just acquired, the biggest curves on that are 048. So, again, I'm going kind of on a rant, but, I'm going for the older trains here. But, again, we've got these in front of us, so let's go over them. The Florida East Coast engine, that looks great. A lot of people say that the red one looks good, but I'm digging those colors. I think they look pretty good. And I don't have any of these the car haulers or whatever you call these things, auto racks, right? And, this one up the top here, that's not bad graffiti, I guess. But these ones on the bottom here, I don't know. I don't know what the top one means. Awake now, Z's, like you're sleeping. I don't know. What is that? Some kind of a hidden agenda thing, or like what is that? The big art's fine. I mean that looks like something that you'd see in like an old like Smokey and the Bandit type of movie. Those older letters that look like that. So that's fine, whatever. But I don't know what that awake thing is. Is that some kind of a woke car? Turn the page. You've got more of these. And again, a lot of people have said that Lionel is selling these. Oh, these are the Vision ones. All right, so let's talk about these. These are cool. I mean, some people are knocking them because they have the LEDs inside and the cars, I guess as they're going on the track, the cars will be setting the alarms off. And, it's kind of a gimmick, but I think it's kind of cool, honestly. I honestly, in real life, I would be hard pressed to say that the cars that are in these things probably don't even have batteries in them or they're not hooked up in real life. But it's kind of it's whoever thought of this, I think deserves some kudos here. That's kind of cool. And the 349, so they're not, I don't know, they're not terrible priced, I guess. But I do know that the regular auto racks are on a different page, but we'll get to that in a sec. So here's your steam engines. Okay. I'm sorry to go on the rant, guys, but I'm going to get back to these here. Decent price in my view. I think that some of the fantasy schemes here are okay. That one at the top there, the red one, that one's not bad looking. I mean, that could have been, it could have been something back in the day, right? They did use that color. But then, of course, you've got the C&O, which is like, I'm not shocked that they did this color scheme again. I mean, it's like they're riding that wave for sure. Is that even something that could have happened back in the day? I don't think so. And then it goes from bad to worse, which is the Southern Pacific one. This I don't even understand at all. I don't understand what that one is at all. I mean, I don't even think it looks good at all. It looks bad. So, and then you've got the Baldwin Local Works at the bottom. In my eyes, that one's cool. It doesn't have anything on the tender, so you could put any road name you want, and the engine's black. So I don't know. I think it would have been cool actually if they put Baldwin Locomotive Works on the tender, because I have a Baldwin Locomotive Works caboose that needs to be pulled by something. So, anyways, I did digress with these. I think they're pretty cool, and the price is somewhat decent. And of course, okay, so I've recently taken out my MTH Climax locomotive, and I've been running around because I got the WTIU from MTH. That's still a little wonky, but it's kind of working. That's a whole nother subject for a different time. But I'll say right now that I'm digging the login locomotives, and I was I was digging. I did get this kind of like before the catalog came out. Somebody or a few people showed me this rendition, and I was like, "Oh man, that's sweet." What's Lionel going to charge for this? Maybe I don't know, $1,500 at the maximum for a 15-inch engine that literally is that's been tooled before. It's not brand new tooling, although it says all new product. Which I mean, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. This isn't new tooling, right? No, it's not. So I don't know. I'm just gonna tell you guys real quick. This one at the top, the Juniata, that one catches my eye. I like how it's not like got the the rim drivers on it, and it's kind of a more of a something you'd see like logging. It's not like all done up with the red roof and stuff like that. It's kind of plain Jane, but still has a nice amount of details on it. I'm going to see what I can get this for at a deep discount. Hopefully, one of the dealers can discount these pretty far because that's atrocious. $1,700 for this engine is absolutely a crime. And like we already talked about these engines right here. You guys can thumb through the catalog and look at all the different road names and details, blah, blah, blah. But, this is, okay, so these are the Atlantics here, the 442s. The other one was a Scout, but again, $1,000 for this engine. It's just a normal legacy engine with whistle steam. Not very many details on it. I can tell you that because I have one. These don't look much different. For $1,000, you guys are insane. And then we get to the diesels, and this is nothing against Lionel at all, but I used to work for CSX. I was a conductor back in the day, and they didn't have their shit together at all when I was there. So that's one of the reasons why I left. And this just kind of further proves it with these paint schemes. I mean, I'm not going to knock anybody who likes the paint scheme that CSX left the cab, a CSX cab. I just think it looks stupid. I would never buy one of these engines. I hope I don't see one of these in real life. I never have yet, even though CSX is, we have CSX up here. And moving on, so, all right, NS did a great job with these. We all know that. Hopefully, Lionel gets all the colors right. An ES44, almost $800. You've got the non-power ones for almost, $450. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about the prices on these diesels. I mean, no new tooling. They've done these plenty of times before. It does say all new product, which is not true because there's nothing new about these besides maybe just the paint, right? So it's not new. And then we've got these ones here. Okay, great. The Trainmasters. Actually, I'm going to reference Joker's Trains again. If you haven't seen his catalog review, check it out. I'm pretty sure it was Joker's Trains. It was either Joker's or RJ. RJ did a great review on this too. But these aren't bad priced. I mean, $650 is not terrible, right? I mean, the paint schemes are all okay, I guess you could say. But they really, really, since this is an anniversary catalog, 125th anniversary, they should have did a Virginian paint scheme. I mean, wouldn't that make just the slightest bit of sense with this catalog? That's what is it? It's post-war, one of the most iconic post-war engines, right? Virginian. But we don't see it here. Nope, turn the page. There's no more Trainmasters. That's it. And then we get to the little GP35s, which, I mean, I don't know why would they even put these engines in this catalog? Makes absolutely no sense. They don't hold any weight to Lionel's background at all, and I don't get it. So we're going to turn. And then I've never been a fan for these engines. I don't like the tunnel motors because they've got a weird rear end. I know they serve a purpose, and they go through tunnels, and they keep the crew from, getting the exhaust or whatever it is. But I don't know. $700, and this one over here at the top, that actually looks kind of cool. I wonder how good Lionel's going to do with that. The Union Pacific that was the Southern Pacific, but I don't know. We'll see. So then we got the FA2s here, and these are $1,200. And if you want to add a super base unit that's non-powered, yeah, they're non-powered. So you're looking at almost $1,700. No, more than that actually for an ABA set. Yep. So I don't know. And then as we flip through these pages, you guys will see that Lionel was very skimpy on the New England railroads this time. I mean, there's no Boston to Maine, no New Haven. I know you guys could argue that New York Central is a New England railroad because it did run into Boston after the Boston and Albany, but it was short-lived. So, I mean, kind of lacking on that too. This set right here, you've seen the SD40Ts, and they're weathering all the cars. I wonder how those are going to look. I'm actually interested to see how good those are weathered. But over here there's the set, and it's $1,100. So that's not terrible. I mean, it's really not terrible, I guess you could say. You even get a Freight Sounds boxcar, which are $200+. So this is a deal. Whoever came up with this set and priced it at Lionel is doing a good job, I think. And then here's the auto racks. So the auto racks are $160. They're all plastic. If you haven't known this already, the Atlas ones are all metal, and I guess that they're about the same price. So do your homework on those. And then you've got gondolas here, which are basically half of a boxcar for $120. Craziness. And, okay, 2 cars on this page that I'm interested in. I do love the Freight Sounds boxcars. I really want to touch on, I hope Lionel kind of, to make a new sound file for a Freight Sounds boxcar, to make them sound just a little bit different than the other ones. I mean, you could probably hire somebody that is like a audio engineer or something like that could adjust the sounds in these things. Or better yet, I mean, I'm giving Lionel some hints here. On the bottom of the car, put a switch so you can kind of cycle through the different sounds. So not every car is sounding the same. Anyways, this car down the bottom, the Main Central, that one catches my eye. I'm a big Main Central fan. Those cars look great. I love those colors together. $220 for that one. Nothing is new with this. The tooling is old. Again, we're probably going to get the same sounds. So $220. I mean, if it's discounted, what's it going to be? $199? I mean, I don't know. I think I might order that one. I'm a sucker for those sound cars. So speaking of sound cars, you've got the sleeper cars, which, this one down the bottom, the Minutemen, I believe that's a Boston and Maine. It's got the Boston and Maine logo in the red next to Minutemen. But it's $500, guys. $500. All these cars are $500. I mean, why? Anybody, just guys, tell me why, without saying a global economy, why these cars are so much money and they're not built in the United States. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna flip through fast here. We've got the rocket car up top. That's $100, and it's probably plastic. I mean, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna flip through these. Oh, here's one for you guys, real quick. Okay, so Lionel sells these the 4-bay hoppers. Okay, you can get them single. So if you want to get a single one, it's gonna be empty. Okay, and then. Okay, so you get a 3-pack. The empty one, a single one is $90. A 3-pack is $260. And then if you want to load them with coal, you can buy so if you buy one and you want coal in it, you're going to have to buy this 6-pack here. Okay? $24. I mean, whatever. I think they should come with the coal, right? For $90 for one, make it come with the coal. Okay? And then again, if you pay $260, now you're going to have to buy this thing again, the 6-pack, but you're going to have 3 left over. Okay? It's just make it make sense, please. The tank cars, traditional. Okay, so I just want to touch on these. I mean, they're beating this one to death, this paint scheme down the bottom here. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about all these paint schemes on here? Okay? And again, for $700 for this engine, it should at least put whistle steam into this engine. That is the price of a Lionel Legacy steam engine, in my eyes, okay? And this is a Lion Chief, okay? And it doesn't even have whistle steam. $700. Make it make sense. All right, you've got these guys. Now, some other guys have touched on this one as well. Okay, if you're going to offer these Lion Chief, what are these, F3s, F2s? F3s. If you're going to offer these, okay, this would have been a great time to offer these in all or almost all of the post-war paint schemes, okay? You're already making them. So, again, make these in New York Central, maybe the New Haven, all those, what was it? Was it Texas Special? Was that I don't even know. Was Texas Special a post-war train? Well, put in the comments, guys, what I'm missing here. But I mean, this would have been a great time to do this. But okay, these are Lion Chief 2.0, right? And $900. Okay, are they both powered? Let's see. Are they both powered? Let's see. Okay. Features: 1 powered A unit, 1 non-powered A unit with lights and smoke for $900, guys. Okay. Now I get it. They can't both be powered, I don't think, because how could you do that with a Lion Chief remote or whatever? But I'm sure there's a way to tether them together so they would both be powered for $900. That would warrant it a little bit. Okay. And then you've got the B unit. I can't see if I would assume the B unit is not. Well, it does say Lion Chief Plus 2.0. So I don't know what that means, if it's powered or not. I don't know. I'm just trying to read through this real quick, but I don't see it. So it does say add a matching powered B unit with sound. So I wonder how that works with it being Lion Chief. Let me know in the comments how that would work. They must be tethered together. Anyways, we'll move on. So $900 for those guys. And then you've got these passenger cars, more Lion Chief stuff or whatever, non-scale, and a 4-pack for $1,100. Okay, this is pretty much where I'm going to, not wrap things up, but I'm just going to talk about this set really, these battery-powered sets. Now, on the bottom here, you can see there's a Barbie set. My girls just watched the Barbie movie. Actually, I watched it with them. It was actually, I don't know why, but it got me jerking tears. I don't understand it, but I don't know. I don't know if it was a movie for younger kids. My girls are 7 now, but maybe they didn't understand the weird parts in it. But anyways, so back to these. This is a cool concept here. So the Barbie train, the Barbie train's 130. The Christmas one's 130. Thomas, you're at 80. This is a cool idea because you can take these trains, you can run them on an adult's layout, or a bigger layout, I should say, right? So, and they come with track. They're battery powered. They do have smoke, which is cool. I think it's a water thing. Totally fine. I'm sure it works fine, right? My only concern with these, okay, well, the biggest concern is that they look to be all plastic. I don't think I see any metal on these at all, right? This down here, this passenger car looks like the same tooling as like Polar Express, right? But if these are all plastic and they're very, very light, all right, which they definitely look like, okay, these things run over a switch, 100% guarantee they're going to derail, okay? These things are coming off the track. So then you're going to have to take Gramps or whoever that knows the trains, probably take these things apart and add some weight to them just to make them stay on the track. But again, that's yet to be known. That's more speculation than anything, okay? So here's your sets over here. The bottom Santa Fe one's 150. The top one's 150. Okay, now we're going into Polar Express and Harry Potter. All right, Electrico. these, you know, I'm going to flip through these quick. These are all decent prices. I like the track cleaning cars. That's a good idea. We haven't seen those in a while. All right, here's the 080s, and these things have been beat to death. This is just a regular Lion Chief. I've seen them in conventional. I've seen them legacy. So this is a great tooling. I mean, they're a good looking engine. They're definitely scale size. And this isn't a bad deal right here. $240, right? You can probably get them for around 200. But it's Lion Chief, and you know, take them or leave them. And then you've got your diesels at a good price here. I mean, this is almost Rail King prices. I mean, you could just easily add a couple more details to these to make them more of a Rail King model, and you know, they would be better looking than just that. But you know, it is what it is. Star Wars. I like Star Wars, but I'm not, you know, I don't know. I'm not going to get any of this stuff. I'm just going to flip through, and we're going to get to a couple more things, and we're going to end this video because my blood pressure is pretty high right now. Let's see. Some more Halloween stuff. Oh, yeah. So that reminds me. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this. Here's the Vision Line thing again. Okay, glow in the dark. They're not charging any more money for that. I mean, I don't know how, because the gold one's $2,000, and then we have a glow in the dark one, which probably a more expensive paint for $1,800. So make that make sense. And then, you know, let's go. And then Halloween cars are cool, you know, but $110 for non-scale. Make it make sense. These things are cool. This is pretty, you know, I'm digging that. It's a little steep on the price, but it's got some cool lights on it, and I mean, that would be a big hit on anybody's Halloween layout. You know, that's not bad. Okay, so Christmas stuff. Here we go again with the quote-unquote Vision Line, and in my eyes, it's not. But I got to be honest, that's not a bad-looking paint scheme right there. If that was cheaper, I don't know. I mean, you know, I mean, I can't afford this thing. But if for some reason I ever came across a crazy deal, I don't mind that. Okay, don't shoot the messenger. And then I've gone, okay, we've got it again, right there. And this one's not bad either. I like how they named it St. Nicholas. That's pretty cool. I got to admit. Okay. I don't know. It just catches my eye. But all right. So now we go over to this set right here. Okay. The North Pole Toy Works Heisler set. Okay. This is cool. Call it a gimmick if you want to. All right. But it's $2,000. Okay. I don't know what those cars are. I've never handled those type of cars before. Are they mostly all plastic with metal wheels? I mean, you know, what's going on here? So, okay, and that's $2,000 for that set. Now, if that was $1,500, I might actually think about picking that up. But one of the things that a lot of other people have been saying is the Heislers, okay, these guys came out in this catalog, which is great. They're overpriced, and they did not come out with any lumber cars that you could buy to add to your Heisler. All I've seen are these little tiny, whatever you want to call these things, the disconnect cars, okay? And they're cool. Don't get me wrong. I'd run some of those with a login train. Of course I would, but we didn't see any login cars. So, I don't know, Lionel. What are we thinking here? And then we've got all this stuff, okay? And I think this pretty much wraps it up for this catalog. There's the base 3. I haven't picked it up yet. I don't know how I feel about that. And there's some Transformers, LCS, yada, yada, yada. Okay, Train fam, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Now, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this catalog. I mean, I want some real, honest opinions here. Let me know what you think about these crazy prices. I mean, that conventional set, that's $1,200. What are they thinking with this thing? I mean, literally, you can go on eBay or at any site and just buy exactly what they're selling for a fraction of the price. It doesn't make any sense to me why they would charge that much money for that. Again, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Give this video a big like, thumbs down. I'm like perplexed right now. I can barely even talk. I'm sorry I got a little worked up, but Lionel, if you're listening to me or the other guys that have done reviews, or I don't know, maybe the sales on these exuberant prices for some of these trains, and just, it's outlandish. I don't know what's going on at Lionel. Somebody needs to pick up the reins and get this company moving in the right direction, okay? Listen to what we're saying here, what we want, And the prices are just crazy. I mean, are they really price gouging us this much, or does it cost that much to manufacture these model trains? I mean, it can't, because Menards is doing it, RMT is doing it, and you know, Atlas and MTH, their prices are rising up a little bit, but not anywhere near the prices of these Lionel trains. Are just out of control. But on a positive note, guys, thank you for watching. Like I said, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. One more thing, YouTube is telling me that you guys are watching my videos like crazy, which is great, but a lot of you guys aren't subscribing. Like I said, it's totally free, costs you nothing, and if you don't want to watch my videos, don't watch them. If you want to watch them, watch them. Give them a like, give them the thumbs down, whatever you want to do. But just consider subscribing to the channel, because it really helps me out.
This has been a Real Toy Train production. Thanks for watching.